When Raila Odinga lost AUC, some Kenyans celebrated. And even before that loss, they were openly supporting a candidate who was being fronted by another country. So in a nutshell, they were traitors. And that brings us to the definition of two words. Who is a patriot? Who is a nationalist? If you look at the dictionary definition of a patriot, a person who vigorously supports their country and is prepared to defend it against enemies or detractors. That's a patriot. A patriot can also be a nationalist, a person who strongly identifies with their own nation and vigorously supports its interests, especially to the exclusion or detriment of the interest of other nations. That's who a patriot or a nationalist is. And the opposite of a patriot is a traitor. So those who supported Djibouti's candidate, those who are traitors, those who celebrated when Raila Odinga lost, irrespective of what Raila Odinga did, if you supported a candidate who was being fronted by another country, you clearly betrayed Kenya. You are a traitor. If you celebrated when Harambee Stars lost today, you are a traitor. And a traitor does not have the best interest of his or her country. Therefore, a traitor should not offer himself for leadership. A traitor cannot lead a country. You can't lead a country that you are betraying. So I fail to understand why some Kenyans, or rather some leaders, who have openly betrayed Kenya are offering themselves as possible presidential candidates. When Harambee Stars lost today, I was surprised to see some Kenyans celebrating. And these Kenyans, if you look at them, they are mostly Rigathi supporters. Leaders supporting Gachagua celebrated, and even ordinary supporters did celebrate. Let's have a look at this video that has been going viral before we proceed. Have a look at this. Those are people who are indirectly celebrating the Harambee Stars loss. If you can look at them with a third eye, they are celebrating the Harambee Stars loss. It's only that they want to hide behind the one-term slogan or rather narrative. But they are just celebrating because Harambee Stars lost. And their celebration is because if Harambee Stars could have won, then that could have been construed to mean William Ruto won. And that could have given William Ruto some bonga points. But because Harambee Stars lost, William Ruto, in their thinking, also lost. So they're just celebrating. And it's not just the ordinary mwananchi who was celebrating. Some leaders also celebrated. Very close Rigathi Gachagua's allies. Let's see what Kabamedu Senator Nyandarua shared out. Mungu usikubali tuchekwe na jirani. You know, they know how to sugarcoat things. They know how to pretend. Mungu usikubali tuchekwe na jirani. Then Kabamedu shares out those photos. That's a man who is clearly celebrating Harambee Stars' loss. He shared out that post after the loss. And if you look at that individual, he is a very happy individual. A person clearly celebrating Harambee Stars' loss. Another Rigathi Gachagwa's close ally, there are several, I can't even mention all of them. Another Rigathi Gachagwa's ally, Kate Waruguru, also shared out that Kaongo leo halali. And then you are seeing she's also laughing. These are very close Rigathi Gachagwa's allies. They are celebrating, ladies and gentlemen. I want us to put that into perspective for Kenyans to understand what all this means politically and the political implications. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. A traitor should not be entrusted with leadership. A traitor can easily sell the country to foreigners. And when Rigathi Gachagua was in the United States of America, he showed some signs of being a traitor, a betrayer. He was selling Kenya to the powers that be in America. He was portraying Kenya as a failed state. And he was doing that to endear himself to the powerful boys in America. It beats logic that the same person wants to be elected as Kenya's president. And some Kenyans are blindly following such individuals. If such individuals were to get power today, they will not have the best interest of the country at heart. They'll only be pursuing their own selfish, political, and personal interests. And that's why it's important for Kenyans to avoid and reject such leaders. In this forum, we do call things out. It's our business here to inform Kenyans and to tell them where the truth is and where lies are. A traitor, a betrayer, should not be entrusted with the leadership positions. That's someone who can easily sell the country. To those who are singing and chanting one time, I won't be wrong to say, if you were to do a survey, or rather if you were to grab all of them and try to understand where they come from, most of them are people from the mountain. And when I say that, I'm not being tribal, that's the truth. We must call that out. So the mountain individuals must wake up. They must learn to be patriotic. They cannot constantly betray the country for their own selfish and personal interests. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.